guys, and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee June and I'm a fashion and beauty photographer based in Australia. However, recently I have started this YouTube channel to help creatives and freelancers start their own businesses and also give you guys lots of tips and tricks on how to do so. So today's video is going to be a lot about the mistakes that I see that creatives and freelancers are making on the regular. So I have obviously made a lot of mistakes as well, and some of these I have also made, and I know this from personal experience, but I really wanted to go through some mistakes today that you guys may not even be aware of, or may even be aware that they are mistakes that you might be doing yourself. And it's kind of a good habit to get yourself out of doing these things and to get yourself in a fresh mindset, especially if you're looking at starting your own freelance business or creative business. So we're going to get straight into the video today and go through 5 mistakes that creatives and freelancers make regularly. Number 1 is not putting your work out there regularly for the fear of rejection and having a perfectionist mentality. So this is a real problem that I do see with a lot of freelancers and a lot of creatives out there, and unfortunately, it's something that we don't feel we can always help feeling this way. We are scared of rejection. It's very natural to be scared of rejection, and it's something that I've really struggled with over the years too. No one likes to be rejected. It's as simple as that. It's not a good feeling. However, I think if you just continuously live off that fear and never put your work out there, then you never know what could be. There's so many opportunities waiting for you out there. Sometimes all it takes is for you to post your work for a potential client to see it and go, I want to book that person, or I want to book that creative. I know it's a very common thing with freelancers and creatives as well to have a perfectionist mentality. This is something that I've really struggled with as well over the years. It's very hard to get out of this cycle of feeling too perfected with your work. And I think you've got to look at it sometimes from the point of maybe an 80-20 rule. This is a really popular rule that a lot of people tend to live by. I personally really like listening to the 80-20 rule because it means that if it's 80% of the way there, 20% not so much, then you can feel confident in getting your work out there. And I think sometimes I have to live by that because otherwise I would never get any work out there. I would never post my work because I'd never be 100% happy with it. And I think 80% is a really, really good amount of effort that you can put into something and then continue on with something else afterwards once you finish that project you've been working on. As I said, I think it's important to not live by that fear and not live and feed off it. Sometimes you just need to push that aside and really start to see what could be if you did get your work out there. The benefits will by far outweigh the negatives if you're looking at the big picture. As I said previously, rejection is not nice, but it is something that we all have to deal with in these industries. And as a creative, you will always deal with some sort of rejection in one way or another. The second mistake I'm going to talk about today is only using one platform online to market your business. And I feel that for most people, this would probably be Instagram. I can't tell you how many people I know that are in their own creative businesses or who are freelancing that only ever use Instagram for marketing. And don't get me wrong, I love Instagram. Instagram is a wonderful tool to help get your business out there and to market on. But there are other options out there, and I'm going to talk about them just briefly. But I'm going to do many videos on these types of platforms and how you can market your business in other ways other than Instagram on this channel. So stay tuned for those. But it is important to cross-market across platforms and find several ones that work for you. I'm not saying that you should be across every single platform, because I think for anyone to do that, it is kind of a waste of time because some platforms won't even be suitable for you or your target audience. And you just need to find those ones that are going to work for you. For me personally, I use a combination of Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, and email marketing as well as my blog. So I like to have quite a number of things that I'm using and stay active on them quite regularly. It's important to do this because when you really think about it, if you're only marketing your work on Instagram, then you're only reaching a very specific audience on Instagram, on one platform. If you have 3 or 4 platforms that you're using, you have the opportunity to get your work out there on another 3 or 4 platforms and actually reach into other audiences on those platforms too. So really keep that in mind. If you're struggling to get work, or if you're struggling to make contacts or to really get your work out there, this is something that you might want to think about and trying to find those platforms that are going to be right for you and your business. The third point we're going to talk about today is letting the work come to you. Now, I think that this is the worst thing you can do as a freelancer. You know what? In saying that, this will happen a lot where the work does come to you and it feels like you haven't done too much in a sense to get that work. But I feel that for the vast majority of us, this is pretty few and far between. And this is why I like to talk about pitching and why it's something that I feel that every freelancer, every person who owns their own business and or creative out there, I think that they need to know this, because pitching is going to be crucial, imperative to your business and to making money from your business and reaching out to new clients. You are forcefully putting your work out there, and you're forcefully putting your work in front of someone else if you're pitching to brands directly. It's almost as good as direct email marketing. It is getting your work directly to the people that you want it to be with. So pitching is something that I encourage all of you out there to have a look into further, to learn about, and to do it yourself, because this is going to really make a difference in who your clients are at the end of the day. And if you feel like you're not getting the clients that you want, this is going to be another great way to help try and get you on the right track with that. Number 4 is relying on one stream of income. Now, I feel like this is a really big mistake for a lot of people, not only just in the creative fields or freelancing fields, but in a lot of different jobs out there. I think that relying on one stream of income in this day and age is kind of dangerous, and in a way that things like COVID can happen, and if your one stream of income goes down, your business could be in big trouble. So I feel like I'm a very big advocate for passive streams of income, for several income streams, integrating different income streams into your business to help you when those moments like COVID come along and you're not really sure what else to do and you might lose a stream of income. Then you've got other streams of income there that are going to help prop you up in the end. I personally think that this is a way that most freelancers should go these days, and it's going to take a little bit of stress off you too if you know that you've got different income streams in the background going on, or if you've got different ways of making money, then it's not so much pressure on that one single income stream that you would have otherwise had. So that's why I really feel like having different income streams are a really good way to go as a freelancer. And the last mistake that I'm going to talk about today is the inability to look at other people's work and draw inspiration. I think there's a lot of us out there, from time to time, we've probably all experienced this when we've looked on Instagram, we've seen someone else's work and we've thought to ourselves, well, my work's not that good, or I feel like my work's terrible compared to their work, and then we start comparing ourselves. Instead of potentially looking at work, especially on Instagram and platforms online, as an inspiration or a source of inspiration to do better, sometimes we look at that as a bad thing and a negative and something that's going to draw us down and make us feel down. So I think it's really important to change your mentality around comparing your work to others, and always keep in the back of your mind that they've started from a completely different point to you. You don't know what they've gone through to get to where they are, and they don't know what you're going through to get to where you're going. So it's really important. Don't think too much about comparing your work to others. Everyone's on a different path and everyone's doing their own thing. And it's really imperative to remember that you should be focusing on what you're doing, but also make sure to draw inspiration from others too. Learn from others. Don't feel like you can't do that because you don't want to look at other people's work and feel bad about your own. I went through a really big stage of doing this a number of years ago, and I really stopped doing that because it started to make me feel really bad about my work, and obviously that's not how I want to feel. I don't think anyone does. Make sure that you're not doing this every day. It's not a great habit to get in, and it's not going to do you any favors for your business. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed listening to the 5 mistakes that I see happening a lot with freelancers and creatives out there. I'm sure we've all experienced one of these at one time or another. I know that I have, so don't feel too badly about them. It's just something that I wanted to bring up because it's something that I do see happening a lot of the time, or hearing about from other creatives. So if you like this video guys, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please make sure that you do, as I'll be doing much more freelance related content on this channel. And if you do have any requests, please put them in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.